exactly what it is. I'll poke my head in for the call.
Okay, come on the race then, the Nissan has been picked off, David May. Now the pit lane is Thomas, so he's going to go. That being Zach Lucas leading. Second is the number 100 car, which is started by Stuart Robbins. Third is Alistair Kellett. Fourth is the first of the Nissans, which is David May. Fifth at the moment is back to being a Ford Fiesta, which is Dominic Bush. Sixth is another Ford Fiesta, which is number 50, Marco Ricci. Seventh is, so sixth is Marco Ricci. Seventh is the Honda, which is car number 183, which is Matthew Higginson. Eighth is the Mini of number 85, Pete Jockenham. Ninth is number 11, and that will be Ollie Samways with his Toyota. And completing the top 10 at the moment is number 4, which is back to being a Honda Civic, and that will be the car which was started by Michael Heath. So that's the order of the top 10, the way things currently are. One more car destined for the pit lane at the end of that lap, and that looks as though it's Toby Hodson that's in the pit lane this time through.
Yes, correct. The 118 Fiesta into pit lane. Looks like a normal stop.
Toby, who used to race Minis not so long ago.
Sorry, yes, it's got 4 numbers on the side of it. The first one has crossed out, so it's the 181 now. I just had that pointed out to me by one of the crew members on that car.
Yeah, that's the one that even the timekeepers were confused with earlier on when they issued the grid, weren't they?
Yes.
It was shown as being May and Skeets and a Nissan. Yeah, well, it's definitely not a Nissan. It's definitely a Ford Fiesta. But I do know where their mistake came from. It came from an old engine, which I was very second Robbins is having to drive overtime to try and keep Alistair Kellett behind. So that's the 100 Ford Fiesta. Whereas Alistair Kellett has had one of the races in the Fiesta Challenge, the Irishman, the Robbins that lies ahead at the moment, Stuart Robbins. He will hand that car over to Simon Horrobin for part 2 of the race, whereas for Alistair Kellett, he'll hand it over to William for part 2 of the race. Top 6 cars, 5 of them are in Marco Ricci, number 54 is in for pit stop. About another 8 minutes to go really before the pit stop window closes, so there's still a good chunk of cars to come in. Leading Class C at the moment is Rowan Lundy at the wheel of number 80 Toyota. Leading Class D at the moment is number 4 Michael Heath Honda Civic. That's the red, black, yellow car, I think it is on the top of my head, that leads Class C and leads Class D rather, and leading Class E as things currently stand is car number 4040, which is going to be Mark Burton for part 1 of the race. I think that gives you all of the class leaders that we've got really, and of course the invitation class leader is the overall leader, which is Zach Lucas. So more cars heading towards the pit lane. Marco Ricci, I said, was in. 191 comes in, which is Stuart Humphrey. I think we've got 155 in as well, which will be Matt Mills and Wendy James Porter. 29 is also in. Are all the cars that have come in this time through. Are we going to see any of our front runners come in? Because Zach Lucas, who leads, is splashing his way up towards the end of the lap. He's just about to turn his way round through Bully now. Going to continue round. It is not there in 5th position this time through. It's down in 6th place because we have we? No, there goes the BMW, so that's a change of driver, right, isn't it? And what else have we got? Right, car number 28. Now that is a significant miscalculation by David Thomas, who's got plenty of experience racing things over the years, but it's a 2-minute pit stop, pit in to pit out, David, and you need to drive up pit lane speed as well down there, work out yourself how long you take to make sure you press stop or check this 2 minutes on the way out. It's going to be a significant miscalculation.
So just stood by Matt Mills at the moment, fresh out of the Mini. I would think, as tricky as the conditions are, that car should be somewhat well suited.
Yeah, it didn't seem too bad, but it was my first time around this track, so held it together, kept on the black stuff most of the time.
Okay, good stuff. Glad that you managed to get through that in one piece, my friend. Difficult conditions out there, and but the little front-wheel drive cars, especially those VSs, are something to establish in order, aren't they?
They certainly are, yeah. More cars heading towards the pit lane. Lewis Field is in, Jochen is in, the number 4 car in, which is Michael Keane, ready to hand over to Robin. Butterworth did as well. Car number 72 was started by Craig Butterworth. It will be handed over to Gary Butterworth for part 2 of the race, and also car number 361, which I mentioned earlier on, is the car that's been driven to the circuit here today. Darryl Bennett has now handed over to the car's owner, and I think the guy that drove it to the circuit this morning, Sam McKee. Just overhearing a conversation as I headed towards the commentary box this morning. So they all come into the pit lane this time through, and also into the pit lane comes the car from 2nd position. So Alistair Kellett has also comes David May.
Robin's in as well.
Oh, is he? Right, okay. Is now behind the wheel of the number 42 car. See that Ford Fiesta sneak in, but Richard Daniels is now done with driving duty. More cars heading for the pit lane this time through, which includes the car that is in 5th and 6th places. So number 183 is in, which is Matthew Higginson, the man who lane. We've also got the second of the 2 Nissans coming in as well. Now that will be the lane is getting very full indeed. So there goes Gary Harry Butterworth out of the pit lane. 361 heads back out of the pit lane, which is now going to be Sam McKee behind the wheel of it. But out front, leading the race, as he gets to stop, new fastest lap time through, goes Zach Lucas. So he now leads by a full 60 seconds from the number 80 Toyota in the hands of Rowan Lundy. 62 seconds separate the pair of them. They are both as yet to pit. We've also got cars down in 12th position as yet to pit, which is going to be Colin Newbold, who comes in now. So into the pit lane now comes Andre Segra, 55, coming to the pit lane. So now the only two cars that haven't pitted, or three cars that haven't pitted, are the top three in the race overall. Car number 111, Zach Lucas, car number 80, Rowan Lundy, and car number 17 hasn't pitted yet either, which is John White. Look at that, they're all in.
Well, I'm with David May, fresh out of the Nissan. Of all the cars I'd pick for these kind of conditions, I'm not sure I'd pick the 370 first. That must have been a hectic car.
I wouldn't pick it either, no, myself. Off the start, got a cracking start. In the lead.
Race leader over the start finish line now. Now the pit window closes, so let's have a quick look. Each car is required to make a mandatory pit stop, which must commence after the 15th minute of the race. Pit overboard will be shown, and before the 30th minute of the race. Now, when Rowan Lundy was over the start finish line, I'm not certain that the race back now. We might be into the 30th minute before they come into the pit lane. Reading of the regulations, let's have another quick read of it. And must make the pit stop before the 30th minute. Pit close board is shown. So pit window closed is what it says now, and two cars haven't pitted. Now, failing to make a pit stop, failing to make a mandatory pit stop exclusion for the race, making the mandatory pit stop which commences after the pit close board has been shown will result in a 60-second time penalty being added after the race. So potentially, that's what Rowan Lundy and comes in now. John Wyatt.
Right on time, waiting to see on that one, but here comes the 17 now. John Wyatt special liveried Cooper S. Like the colour scheme, but yes, it's the same.
Try and sort out. No, he didn't pass the pit closed board that's being hung out, so maybe it's because he didn't pass it, it's alright, but as in, Rowan Toyota, he leads by 55 seconds but hasn't pitted. We should see Zach Lucas go back into the lead of the race once we've cycled through all of the pit stops, but as we say, there's one more car that at some point needs to dive its way into the pit lane, and then we'll give you a full rundown through the order we head to the final 13 minutes of this race. 13 minutes will bring us to about 21 minutes past 6, so we should be able to get the laps in. Outside of the window now. the Nissan, Mark Skeet. We just heard from David May as to what that Nissan's like in these conditions. 6th is number 100, which is Simon Horobin. 7th is another Ford Fiesta, it's number 50, which is Marco Ricci. 8th place is number 183, Mark Higginson. 9th place is number 9, Dominic Bush. Break 5, Mini, white Mini, Strike on the route, John and racing in other track day and championships in the past, organised by other racing clubs. So, are we going to see Roman so, as you know, regulations on regulations. If he fails to make a mandatory pit stop, it would result in exclusion from the results. This is the official wording from the regulations. So he does need to conduct this stop. It doesn't matter when he does it before the end of the race. Either way, keep pressing on, see what happens, and then go from there. On the last time through. Have you got a pit visit to the final one?
Not
No.
as of yet, but I think he's just coming out of Murray's, so I'm watching and hoping that for his sake you... I mean, I don't need to say it before, do I?
Well, wishful thinking, the last time we only had it, yeah. 10 minutes to go of the 45-minute race. The window closed the best part of 5 minutes ago now.
I think I have it quite probably.
Alright,
There is a secret there.
that is Rowan Lundy in, yeah.
Yes, okay, good. Clubsport Trophy is only a series. There's no championship points to worry about, and does it matter if you're out there and you're having fun and the car goes home in one piece? Does it really matter at the end of the day? Yes, definitely the case. I mean, all of these guys have fun, and obviously, as we already said, I think Mr. Lundy had slightly too much.
So just having a quick look for any battles that we've got going on, because everybody else sort of seems to have sorted themselves out. Now that we've got Rowan Lundy in, I can give you one run down the order. Which is Zach Lucas. He leads by about 16 seconds now, just over, from William Kellett, number 52, who's there in second place, who is the best part of 9 seconds up the road from the Nissan in the hands of Mark Skeet, car number 118, that's there in third place. Mark Skeet has about 5 seconds in hand between himself and car number 100. Yes, catches the Nissan. 5th place is going to be car number 5. Now that is the car that, say number 5, is that correct? Car number 5. No, car number 4. It is number 4. Behind the wheel. 6th place is number 50, which is Marco Ricci, and 7th place is the car that has just gone back out onto the circuit, which is Rowan Lundy, but we know he's going to drop further down through the order because he wasn't at full race pace when he rejoined the track, so he's certainly going to fall behind car number 183. Car, so that's going to say it's Zach Lucas. Leading Class A will be Mark Skeet in the Nissan. Leading Class B will be that Robin. Class B, Rowan Lundy, Massively the other car picks it up as a result. There, about B marking instead of the 1 entry disc box.